right? So pointers and arrays we were discussing. If you access arrays by using pointers, then it would be faster. Okay, so assume I have an array x of 5 with 5 elements 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. Okay, so then you know that this is the memory allocated for this array and the 5 elements will be stored in this. And first element how we accessed previously using array notation x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4. Okay, so using this array notation we accessed each element of the array. Okay. Now, when we were talking about pointers concept, now we say that this element 11 will have an address. It can also be accessed by using its address. Okay. So, assume the address of 11 is 1000. That is called its a base address. Okay. So, then what is the address of 22? Then 22 address will become 1004 because each integer occupies 4 bytes. Okay. So, then 22 address will become 1004 and 33 address will become 1008 and 44 address will become 1012 and 55 address will become 1016. Okay. Then if I declare a pointer into star p in this way, okay, then if I say p is equal to x, I can write. Okay, because we said that array name itself is a pointer. We can assign one pointer to another pointer. Okay, so here x indicates the first element address. That means 1000 will be stored in a p, nothing but we say that p is pointing to this array. P is now pointing to this array x. Okay, so this is how you can make an external pointer to point the array. Now, once we have a pointer pointing to this array, we can access every element of array x using the pointer. Now, no need of using the variable name x, array name x. Okay, so now we can use this pointer to access each element. How it can be accessed now? Just see here. And when you say printf percentage d comma star p, p is what? P is first element address. When you say star p means element at this address. So what is the address in p? 1000. So element in address 1000 is 11. Okay, so nothing but this star p indicates the element 11. Okay, so 11 can also be accessed using array notation x of 0. Okay, now without using the array name, now we are accessing using the pointer p. Okay, so this is how we can access array element using the pointer printf percentage d comma star p. When you say star p, it prints the element 11. Okay, so once you accessed this element, then you have to move to the next element. Okay, so how we can move to the next element? Just by incrementing the pointer. Just when you say p plus plus, when you say p plus plus, the pointer moves to the next element. Okay. Now p plus plus means what? Increment operator, you know. Okay, so when you say p plus plus, it is nothing but p plus 1. It is nothing but p plus 1. Okay, so p plus 1 means it is not 1000 plus 1 1001. Okay, so how internally it calculates this p plus 1? Just see here. Okay, so p is nothing but 1000 plus 1 into scale factor it uses. 1 multiplied by scale factor. Scale factor means what is the amount of memory allocated for each element? That is called scale factor. So here each element is integer, no? Yeah, we said that the data type of x is integer. So integer occupies 4 bytes. So then the scale factor will become 4 here. Okay, so had it been char here, then scale factor becomes 1 because character occupies 1 byte. Okay, so 1000 plus 1 star scale factor. So 1000 plus 1 star scale factor is 4 here. So 1 into 4 is 4 plus 1000, 1004. That's how the p now goes to the next element. That means, see, try to understand the concept here. When p is pointing to the first element and when you say p plus plus here, just by saying p plus plus, it is nothing but it is going to the next element. Okay, so how p plus plus 1000 will become 1004? That means this is the calculation. When you say p plus plus, now p contains a 1004. Now see here. Okay, it is not p plus 1. Pointer arithmetic is different. Pointer addition is different. Okay, so here 1000 plus 1 multiplied by scale factor it uses. That's why the address becomes in P 1004, nothing but which is the address of second element. Okay, so in other words, we can say that P is now pointing to the second element. Okay, now how we can print this P? Just by saying star P again. Say printf percentage D star P. When you say, then it prints the next element. Okay, so then how we can move to the next element then? So this prints 22. Now how I can move to the next element? Just by saying P plus plus. Yes or no? Okay. So when I say P plus plus, it goes to next element. That means P now contains 1008, and when you say percentage D star P, it prints 1008. Right. Screen is not visible. Is it so? Is screen not visible? Right. Okay. So when you say printf percentage D star P 33. Okay. So because P contains 1008. Again, when you say P plus plus, it goes to next element 1012. P plus plus means 1008 will become 1012 here. Okay. So then when you say again printf percentage D star P, it prints the next element 44, it prints. Okay. So then again, when you say P plus plus, it goes to the next element 1016. Okay. And again, when you say printf percentage D star P, it prints 55. Okay. So this way you can print we can print array elements using a pointer. Okay. So please try to understand the concept here. Just see here, I am showing here array x. If you say x will become a pointer because x always contains the first element address. When you say printf percentage D, array name is a constant pointer. Okay, so x if you print, it prints 1000. So that's why x is a constant pointer, we'll say. Okay, now see how we can access array elements using another pointer. Okay, so if p is equal to x, that means p pointing to first element. Now how I can access each element of array using this pointer? Just try to understand the logic here. Okay, so when you say you can access using array indexing method. Okay, so x of 0 means internally when you say printf percentage D x of 0, internally now it will be calculated like this. To compiler, it is nothing but star of x plus 0. Please remember. Okay, to compiler, when you say printf percentage D x of 0, internally it converts to star of x plus 0. Okay, so star of x, x means 1000 plus 0 into scale factor it uses. So it is nothing but 1000 plus 0 into 4 is 0, star 1000. Star 1000 means value at this address 1000. It is nothing but 11. So 11 will be printed. Okay, so this is how, even if you say x of 0, but internally it is taking as pointer notation. Internally it is taking as a pointer notation. That's how we see 11 printed onto the screen. Okay, when you say x of 1, but internally how x of 1 is visible to compiler, it is nothing but star of x plus 1. X of 1 can be written in pointer notation as star of x plus 1. Okay, x means first element address 1000 plus 1 into scale factor. So it is star of 1000 plus 1 into 4. Scale factor for integer is 4 here. So 1004. Star of 1004 means the value at address 1004, which is nothing but 22. Okay. So similarly, x of 2 if you write, then compiler calculates x of 2 element in this way using this formula. Okay. So 2 into scale factor, 2, 3, 2, 4 is 8. 1000 plus 8, 1008 is 3 here. Okay. So similarly, x of 3 you can calculate, x of 4 now it calculates as a 55. Okay. So even though we say the array elements accessed using indexing method, this is called array indexing method, x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, even though we use this x of 0, x of 1, but internally compiler uses array notation, pointer notation only. That means array notation is converted to pointer notation only. Yeah, is everything clear? Okay, right. Right. Okay. So this is what we were saying. Okay. So that means array indexing method internally will be converted to pointer notation. You should understand these concepts very clearly. Yeah. Anyone not getting a class? Only 56 students. Okay, so now if you know the base address of an array, you can calculate address of an array element using this index and scale factor using this formula. Okay, for example, I want to calculate address of x of 3, I want to calculate. How I can calculate? See here. So base address of x plus 3 multiplied by scale factor. So if you know base address of x, assume that 1000 plus 3 into scale factor. Scale factor for integer is 4. So 1000 plus 3 into 4, 12. So then x of 3 address will become 1012. Okay. So these type of calculations will be asked in interview questions just sometimes. Okay. So please remember this. Now see how I can access array elements using a pointer. Okay. So assume screen not visible. Why screen not visible? Yeah, is it clear now? Is it okay now? No? Who is this person? In group is saying no. EC. Then why screen not visible is saying unnecessarily disturbing? Okay, okay, right. Okay, now please try to understand this concept, accessing array elements using a pointer. Okay, so assume I have an array x of 5 containing 5 elements 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. Okay, then I have a pointer star p I declared, and when I say p is equal to x, nothing but just see here what is happening. For p also memory is allocated here. Okay, and when you say p is equal to x, x always indicates first element address. Please remember array name always indicates first element address. Okay, so that means 1000 will be stored in a p nothing but we say that P is now pointing to the first element of the array. Okay. Now we can access each element of array using this pointer. Once we have a pointer to the first element of array, then we can access the elements of this array using this pointer very easily. Okay, so how it can be done, just see here. Just printf %d star p. If you say star p when you use in printf, what is its meaning? Value at address present in p. Address present in p is 1000. Value present in 1000 address is 11. That is, but 11 will be printed. So this prints 11. And now after printing first element, you want to move to the second element. How you can move? Just by saying p++. Increment the pointer. Pointers can be incremented. Please remember. Okay. So when you say just p++, already we know how it can be calculated. Okay. So when you say p++, what does it mean? It means p plus 1. Okay. So p plus 1 means for pointers the calculation is different. Okay. It is nothing but p is 1000 plus 1 multiplied by scale factor it uses. Compiler internally multiplies the scale factor with this 1. Okay. So scale factor is 4 here. 1 into 4, 4 plus 1000, nothing but 1004 will be stored in a p. So 1004 means address of second element, nothing but we say that p is now pointing to second element. And when you say printf %d star p, 1004 address element is 22, this prints 22. That's it. So that's how we can access next element. Now how we can move to the next element? Just by saying p++. So p++ means 1004 plus 1 into scale factor. So 1000 plus 4, 1 into 4, 1008, nothing but next element address. Then when you say printf %d star p, it prints 33. Now just see here, how I can move to 44? Just by saying p++. Okay, so 1008 will become 1012, and how I can print 1012 address element 44? Just by saying star p. When I say star p, it prints 44. Now how I can move to the next element? Just by saying p++. When I say p++, it becomes 1016. Okay, now how I can print 55? Printf %d star p, like this. 55 it prints. Okay, so having known this concept, now we can write two programs to print array elements using a pointer and compute sum of elements stored in an array using a pointer. These are very important programs. External examinations, it will be asked mostly. The second program will be asked most of the times. Okay, right? Now I'll show you how to write these two programs quickly. So first program I am writing here. Program, yeah, second program directly will go to second program using pointer will print here. Okay, so once you know second program, then you can print elements of array easily. Okay, so program to print calculate sum of elements in an array. Okay, right? So include the header file. Okay, so then begin the main. Okay, so here what I do is I declare an array. Okay, so array of a size, some size you can declare 20 or maximum elements, 20 number of elements, but you are not going to use 20 number of elements. Actual elements in an array, how many elements that will catch in a n here. Okay, similarly to access array elements, we require a loop control variable, and sum you need to find out. So declare a variable sum and initialize it to 0. Okay, so first ask the user, say printf, enter how many elements in the array. Okay, so enter how many elements in the array. Okay, so how many elements you want in the array, just you enter. Okay, so he enters some number, say scanf percentage D, comma, address of N. Okay. So try to understand the concept here. Now I have declared an array of size 20 here. Okay. So an array X of size 20 I declared here. That means I will have an array of size 20. Just see here. This is my array of size 20 elements. Okay. So like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So like this I am going to use these numbers. Then what is they assume this is the last element. Okay. So assume this is array X here. Okay. So this is array X here. So what is this index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 5. Like this it goes. And what is the index of last element? 19. What is the index of last element? 19. Okay. So then enter how many elements in the array? I said only 5 elements. Okay. So I want to store only 5 elements. 5 elements means that means I am going to store only 5 elements. Logically speaking, my array will be only up to this fifth part only. Okay. So now I am removing the remaining part, or I am not going to use these remaining locations. Only 5 elements I am going to store in this array. Okay. So that means 5 elements I want to store in the array. So now ask the user to enter, say printf. Now say enter percentage D elements into the array. Okay. So ask the user to enter 5 elements into the array, comma, where from percentage D has to print n. Okay. So n elements he has to enter because he wants to store n numbers in the array. Okay. So to store these numbers, how we read these numbers? By using a for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, then I say I plus plus. Okay. So how can I read? Using scanf function. Reading elements into the one dimensional array. We have discussed that program. Okay. So same percentage D, then address of, what is array name? X of I. Address of X of I. Okay. So this loop reads elements into the array. Okay. So when you get this message, enter 5 elements in the array, on the screen you will get a message like this. On the screen you will get a message like this: enter 5 elements into the array. This is the message you will get on the screen. Okay. So then what you do, you enter 5 numbers into the array this way. Okay. So I enter 5 numbers into the array like this. Okay. So how I enter? Say for example 6, 2, 3, 1. Okay. So then something like 8 I enter. Randomly I enter 5 numbers. Okay. So then this for loop reads these numbers and stores into this array. Already you know I is equal to 0. Okay. So 0 less than 5. Yes. Scanf percentage D. First number it reads and stores in address of 0. Then 6 will be stored here. Then second number will be stored here. Third number here, and fourth number and fifth number. Now our array will be only of this size. Remaining locations goes waste. Okay. So now I have 5 elements in the array. Okay. So I want to find some of these elements using pointer. Okay. So using a pointer I want to find out. So that's why what I have to do is I have to declare an integer pointer here, because array is integer and pointer should be also integer. So I declare a pointer star p here. Okay. So when I declare a pointer, here, what happens? For p also memory is allocated. Okay. So this is memory allocated for the variable p, pointer variable p. Okay, then after storing the values into this array, then now I can say P is equals to X. P is equals to X. When I say P is equal to X, I can say that now P is pointing to this. P is now pointing to this array. Okay, so especially to first element it points to. P is now pointing to this array, we can say. Okay, so that means first element address will be stored in P. Once you know first element address, now you can find the sum of elements. Okay, so using array notation you can find. Now see here, for I is equals to 0, then I less than n, then I plus plus. Okay, so I is equal to 0 represents so I is equal to 0. Okay, 0 less than 5, yes. Okay, so now you can find out sum of these array elements in this way. Okay, so now I can write a statement like this. So I can say sum is equals to sum plus using the pointer I have to access. So how can I access now? First element P is pointing to first element. Now how I can say? I can say star P. Star P I can say. Okay, so when I say star P, it indicates the first element. Okay, so that first element I am adding to sum. That means 6 will be added to 0. 6 plus 0 will become 6, and that 6 again I am storing in a sum. Okay, so for sum also memory is allocated, we know that. Okay, so assume this is the memory allocated for a sum. So in sum 6 plus 0 means 6 will be stored here. Okay, so after that what you have to say? You have to say P plus plus. So immediately increment the pointer, because pointer should go to the next element. Okay, so P plus plus, if you say and close the for loop. So this repeats and calculates. How it calculates now we'll see here. Okay, so P plus plus, when you say P plus plus, nothing but, okay, so this will be removed, this pointer will be removed here. Okay, now P will be pointing to second element. Okay, so when you say P plus plus, nothing but it goes to the next element. Okay, so again end of the loop reaches here, I plus plus I becomes 1 here. Okay, so I value becomes 1 here, 1 less than 5, yes, sum is equal to sum plus star P. Star P means 2 here, 2 plus 6 is 8, 8 will be stored again back in a sum. 8 will be stored back in a sum. Again P plus plus. So now P will be pointing to the next element. Okay, so it will be pointing to this third element. So I plus plus I becomes 2. 2 less than 5. Yes, sum is equal to sum plus star P. When you say star P, it indicates 3. 8 plus 3 will become 11. 11 will be stored in a sum. Okay, so again P plus plus. P goes to next element here. P goes to next element. I plus plus I becomes 3 here. 3 less than 5. Yes, sum is equal to sum plus star P. Star P means 1. 11 plus 1 is 12. Then 12 will be stored in a sum. Okay, so again P plus plus, if you say, it goes to the next element. Okay, so it comes to the next element, and I plus plus means I becomes 4. 4 less than 5. Yes, sum is equal to sum plus star P. Okay, star P means 8. 8 plus 12 is 20. Then 20 will be stored in a sum. Sum now contains 20. P plus plus means it goes to the next location. Okay, so then I plus plus means 5. 5 less than 5 false, comes out from the loop. Now once you comes out, that means you have added all the elements of the array. All the elements of the array you have added and stored in a sum. Okay, so once you come out from the loop, then you can print array elements in this way. So printf sum of array elements, sum of array elements is equals to percentage d slash n, okay, comma, where we have stored in a variable called a sum. So then it prints sum of the elements, then say return 0, then close. Return 0, then close the main function. Close the main function. That's it. Okay. So this is how using the pointer you can access this. Okay. So here you are using pointer to access each element of the array. Okay. So instead of saying x of I here, we are saying star p and we are incrementing the pointer here. Okay. So we'll execute this program. Hopefully, if we have a compiler in this system, online compiler will use. Right. So you can see the online compiler here. Now I copied everything. Okay, so here I have declared an array of size and I am asking the user how many elements he wants. Okay, he enters the elements and this for loop reads elements into the array. Once you have elements into the array, now you make the pointer p to point to this array. P is equal to x means you are making the pointer to point to this array x here. Okay, so once pointer is pointing to x, now you can calculate sum of elements using pointer notation. Sum is equal to sum plus star p, you can say. Then p plus plus means move to the next element. Okay, so that is the meaning of this thing. Okay, so this loop calculates sum of the elements in the array and once come out from the loop, I am printing sum of array elements. Okay, so if you run this code, now you can see compilation failed. Okay, so there is some error. Hash include stdio.h. I have to use dot stdio dot h. I have to use. Okay, right? So then run again. Now see, enter how many elements. Okay, so I am moving the screen. Now you can see, enter how many elements you want. 4 elements. Okay, so then enter 4 elements into the array. Randomly I am entering the 4 numbers. Okay, so 3, 7. Okay, so something like 8 I am entering. Now you can see sum of array elements is equal to 23. 7 plus 3, 10, 8, 18 plus 5, 23. Okay, so this way you can find sum of array elements using pointer notation. Clear? Right. So once you know pointers, then tomorrow we'll see how it can be pointer concepts can be used to access structures. Structures we have accessed structure members using dot operator. Now we can also access these structures using a pointer. Okay, so pointers and structures we'll discuss. Pointers and arrays, pointers and structures. Okay, pointers and functions. These are important concepts. One question you will get from this in external examination. Then we have self-referential structure. Okay, so these things we'll discuss tomorrow. Actually, today I want to finish this topic. Okay, but because of network error. Okay, so you please remember if you are becoming an organizer, immediately you say end meeting. Here you can see there is a red button here, leave. Okay, so here if you click end meeting, then the meeting will be ended. That means you are closing the meeting. Okay, you will be no more an organizer. Then it becomes easy for us to organize a meeting. That means to take a class. If you are an organizer and if we are not able to join into the class. Okay, so then we need to find out who is organizer and remove his id, password, everything, and then again change settings. These are the problems occurring. So total 74 members are there. Yeah, 454, 441, 475, 479. Why you have raised your hands? Any doubts? Just you can type. So let me verify whether your attendance is downloaded or not. So today, okay, right. So downloaded. Okay, now you can leave the meeting.